Yes, we're live.
We're live again?
Yeah, we're live again. Transparency and Merit. And Transparency and Merit and Inflammatory Talk on our YouTube channels. And Transparency and Merit, Mr. Midnight Movie, and Walk Against the Woke are our X channels.
That's right. I don't know where everything is, but it seems like you can find us on YouTube.
Yes, you can find us on YouTube and on Twitter. So the title of the show is Absence Makes the Heart Grow Fonder and Familiarity Breeds Contempt.
All right. Sounds
Meaning,
like a good one.
The proverb suggests when people are separated from someone or something they care about, their feeling of affection or appreciate for them might increase.
To me, that sounds like a bad relationship. I think the more rocky and unsteady that boat, the rougher the waters, the more difficult the ride. Not that a difficult ride is something to scoff at or deny. A difficult ride can be pretty fun.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you keep away from someone, you kind of miss them and you forget all their nasty, foul ways. And, sometimes the girl of your dreams becomes the woman of your nightmares.
No doubt. No doubt. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, in reality, meanwhile, here on Earth,
Yes.
is this a situation that you've come into recently for yourself, for yourself, or for someone else?
Well, for me, there were a few people that, oh man, I was like, wouldn't it be great to get with them? And then I realized that their poo stinks, and after a while, it can stink really bad, and they come with their behavior. Now, there is psychological insight. Distance can create a longing or nostalgia for the good times spent together, often idealizing the relationship or person. It highlights the human tendency to value what we miss or what's not immediately available.
Right.
Can be due
I guess what you can't get is somehow more attractive.
Yes, it's called, the scarcity principle is what they're calling it. And
scarcity is a construct completely made by man to scare man. It's used quite often.
Man should be scared of scarcity. You can starve.
He just has to move. You just got to move where the water is.
Yeah. Sometimes but sometimes
there's plenty to go around. There are
There's
no
a drought, Joey. There's a drought.
There is no science behind any scarcity. There is no science that you could support your argument with. So,
well, I think I think we need I think tomorrow we will do a show on the science of scarcity.
You'll see what a fraud it all is, and it starts at the education level, Brian. You know this.
We're going
to be in denial.
Joey, your judge will be Grok. I'm sorry, Grok. Sorry, Grok. Grok will be your judge. We'll ask Grok, and you will have to argue with a robot, and you cannot defeat a robot, Joey. Okay, so
I welcome that situation. Let's go.
It's going to hail you. You're going to be out in outer space, and it's going to pull your cord.
I will never leave the ground, Brian. Well, I shouldn't say that. Maybe I am floating. Who knows?
Yes. Now, familiarity breeds contempt, meaning over time, as one gets to know someone or something very well, they might start to undervalue, overlook, or even develop negative feelings towards them.
Mm. Well, the
Yes.
negative meanings, it's all foundational. So, something built on a lie is something built on a negative could have a long term impact on how close you can get.
Joey, some things are built on lust, and then, uh, you get to be with the person. And I was going to tell you a story, but I don't want to tell it
Oh,
over the
please do, please. You can't
air.
back out now.
No. I'll tell it off the air if you really want to hear it.
I do want to hear it.
It's about stinkiness.
Oh,
Why do I laugh? But it's about stinkiness.
like
Um,
in what regard?
Vaginal.
I shouldn't have asked. Fuck around and find out, right?
I guess so. Okay, God. Um, so the psychological insight. This phrase captures the idea that too much exposure can lead to noticing flaws, becoming bored, or taking for granted what was once a novel or exciting. It touches on the concept of uh, habitation in psychology, where repeated exposure to stimulus reduces its effect over time. Now, someone once said, for every pretty girl out there, there's a guy who's tired of fucking her. Have you heard that, Joey?
Mm,
I
possibly. I,
said,
I don't think I've heard it, but do I agree with it? Sure. Okay, I can see that.
what I say to that dude that's tired of banging, put that pretty woman over to me. Meow meow. Anal- Analysts, both proverbs reflect the dynamics of human emotion and perception, but from different angles. The first focus on the positive effects of distance, while the second warns of the potential negative outcomes of prolonged proximity or familiarity. These sayings might seem contradictory, but they actually highlight the complexity of human relationships. They suggest that the balance is key. Too much distance might be forgotten. Too much closeness might breed annoyance
Bri-
or disdain. Uh,
Brian,
yeah.
just you seem to blur the lines when it comes to diagnosis, and just reminding you to also stay grounded in how you perceive others to be, um, especially based on very limited input. Um, to come
Well, Joey,
to come to
here's
come to come to a diagnosis requires a lot more.
let me add something. There's also this thing called pattern recognition and noticing patterns in behavior, not for
What are you,
necessarily
a police officer?
yes, for my own safety and my own well-being. I'm the police officer of my well-being,
Nice.
and for me to make a judgment about behavior that I've seen before, toxic behavior that I've seen before, it is a good idea to assess it. And like I said, when a dog might bite. You also know when a human being might bite you emotionally and things like that. Joey, do you have anything to say before we end this puppy and call it a
Yeah.
day?
Always get both sides of the story, Brian. You have a tendency to lean way too far right.
Yes, perhaps I do, but that
It,
is a
it's
judgment.
it's militant at worst.
You
Okay,
might be right. Well, you might be right. And you might be wrong. Let me
wave
let
that
me.
war banner.
We do have High Ridge Estates here,
Yes.
and you know what? He's not on. he's not on whatchamacallit, and he's not on Discord anymore, or at least not as much. I would like him to say, like, if I ever saw him, just say the line, "I'm walking here."
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. I'm walking. Don't hit me. I'm a cripple.
I'm walking here. Come on, Brian.
Yeah,
I'm walking here.
yeah. That cowboy stuff. All right. Anyway, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Joey, anything to say?
What does this mean? What is Scott saying? It's
It's
pathological.
pathological.
What is pathological? We'll all talk soon, huh?
Okay. Yes, we shall.
Okay.
Again, right. It's all about
Yeah. Thanks for checking in, Scotty. Looks like we still have some maybe new listeners, maybe old. Make sure you like and subscribe. That helps.
Yeah. And leave a comment down below, and yada megada babada. All right, thank you guys for listening so much. Are the few that do listen. God, only one person listens. That's Scotty Poo.
Just one.
The person I wanted to throw out the window. But you know what? I wanted to throw you out the window and put a toaster up your ass in a loving way, Scott, not in a nasty way, and just put a hot grind.
Like a real daddy.
Like a real father, I wanted to put some fucking pork grinds up your ass and just kick it and grind it until it comes to a mushy mush. And then you
mushy mush. Brian's
I feed it to the poor. I feed the cock out of the poor. My thoughts. You don't want to know my thoughts. All right, Joey, anything else to add? Now, I know I've been going on for too long. I've been bloviating. Anything else to add, Joey, before I end this puppy?
Your thoughts still matter, Brian.
Thank you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Thank you for listening. How do you think that went, Joey?